sky above Earth was quiet, almost too quiet, and for the first time in decades, humans felt a shiver of fear run down their spines. Deep in orbit, the International Space Command watched the sensors flicker with strange signals, strange patterns, that made even the most experienced officers uneasy. Captain Elena Roberts stood at the bridge, her eyes fixed on the blinking lights, her hands tight on the rail. No one spoke, but everyone felt it. Something was coming, something powerful, an unknown, on Earth. News broadcasts filled every screen, but the reports were mixed, half panic and half hope. Some scientists claimed the signals were harmless, just cosmic noise, but the military disagreed. Their fleets moving quietly to defensive positions, the people of Earth went about their daily lives, unaware that the galaxy itself was preparing for war. Suddenly, a message arrived, encrypted and urgent. Earth will fall soon. It read, no signature, no name, just these words. The officers looked at each other, confusion and fear mixing in their eyes. Captain Roberts felt a chill. She had faced many crises before, but this was different. This was bigger. In orbit, satellites detected massive energy readings at the edge of the solar system. A fleet of unknown ships, vast and silent, was gathering. Their design was strange, unlike anything humans had ever built, sleek and deadly, moving with a precision that scared the best strategists. The aliens were coming, and Earth had very little time to prepare. Meanwhile, on the surface, humanity continued its work, building ships and weapons in secret. Factories ran day and night, engineers and scientists pushing the limits of technology. The humans were readying something hidden, something the aliens would never expect. Even as fear grew, hope burned quietly in the hearts of those who fought to defend their world. At the International Space Command, Elena walked past the control panels, listening to the reports. Alien fleet is moving faster than predicted, her lieutenant said. Estimated time to reach Mars. 3 days, Elena nodded, thinking quickly. We need full alert on all planetary defenses, and activate the stealth fleets, she ordered. Her voice was calm, but inside, her mind raced with strategies and contingencies. Back on Earth, people looked up at the night sky, wondering if they would ever understand the forces moving above them. Children played in parks, unaware that the universe was holding its breath. Politicians argued, as always, over budgets and strategies, but time was running out. The aliens were patient, but they were coming, and every second mattered. Then, at the far side of the moon, sensors detected movement. A shadow, massive and dark, passed silently over the lunar surface. No one could identify it. No one could guess its purpose. But the message was clear. Earth was being watched, and whatever was out there, it was far more advanced than humanity had ever imagined. Elena felt a knot in her stomach, but she held her head high. She knew humans had one advantage: their unpredictability, their courage, and their will to survive. The calm before the storm was ending. Soon, the silence of space would be broken by fire and steel, and humanity would have to rise, or fall, under the watchful eyes of the galaxy. As the Earth turned slowly under the stars, the countdown had begun. The aliens were coming. The message had been sent. And the world waited, holding its breath. The alarm bells rang across Earth's space stations, their shrill sound cutting through the silence of orbit. Human fleets scrambled, engines igniting, weapons charging. Every officer and pilot knowing that the first battle had begun. Captain Elena Roberts stood on the bridge, her hands steady on the controls, eyes scanning the approaching alien fleet. The enemy ships were enormous, their hulls glinting in the cold light of the sun. Moving like predators hunting in perfect formation, the aliens attacked without warning, firing beams of energy that tore through the void. Colonies on Mars and the moons of Jupiter sent distress signals, their defenses crumbling under the onslaught. But Earth's hidden fleets moved swiftly, striking from shadows, using stealth technology to hit the alien scouts before they could report back. Humans had planned for this, anticipating every move, and their strategy caught the enemy by surprise. In the asteroid belt, a small human squadron ambushed an alien ship. Explosions rocked the void as missiles and plasma collided, sending debris spinning in every direction. The pilots fought with precision, weaving through fire and metal, risking everything to protect their home world. Even the youngest crew members, barely 20, showed courage beyond imagination. They fired relentlessly, dodged incoming blasts, and watched as the alien ship finally erupted in flames. Back on Earth, the people watched live feeds from space. Families held each other tight, hearts racing as the first real counterattack unfolded before their eyes. Cliff's children gasped at the flashes of explosions, while scientists calculated the alien technology, amazed at its complexity. The world realized for the first time that humans were not as weak as the galaxy had assumed. The fight was fierce, but humanity's spirit burned brighter than any weapon. Captain Roberts received a report from the Outer Fleet's alien reinforcements detected, heading straight for Venus. She clenched her jaw, thinking quickly. Deploy the interceptors and activate orbital shields. We cannot let them break through, she commanded. Her voice was calm, but the tension on the bridge was thick, every second counting. Meanwhile, on the front lines, Lieutenant Harris led a daring mission to disable the alien communication arrays. His team moved like shadows, slipping past patrols, planting charges on the massive alien structures. They worked quickly, knowing that if they were caught, the enemy would destroy them instantly. The charges detonated in perfect sequence, crippling the alien fleet's coordination. For the first time, the humans had the upper hand, and the tide of battle began to shift. The alien commanders were furious, their strategy failing against humans who fought with intelligence and bravery. They unleashed their secret weapons, energy beams larger than anything Earth had seen. But human fleets adapted, using clever maneuvers and coordinated strikes to survive the onslaught. Every battle was intense, every move a gamble, and the galaxy watched silently as Earth fought back. As the first strike ended, the alien fleet, wounded but not destroyed, humans counted their losses, repaired their ships, and prepared for the battles to come. Captain Roberts looked out into the void. Knowing that this was only the beginning, the calm had ended, and now the storm of war was truly upon them. Humanity had shown strength, but the galaxy held greater dangers still, waiting silently beyond the stars. The void of space was filled with tension, every human fleet holding its position, waiting for the right moment to strike. Captain Elena Roberts stood at the command center, her eyes scanning the star charts, calculating the enemy's next move. The alien fleet, though damaged, was regrouping. There were glowing ships like predators circling for a second attack, but humanity had learned from the first strike, and now they were ready to fight with precision and courage. Earth's main fleet launched in perfect formation, engines blazing, cutting through the darkness of space. Missiles streaked past satellites, and debris aimed carefully at the alien vessels. The humans moved like shadows, unpredictable and clever, striking where the enemy least expected. Even the smallest fighter ships made a difference, dodging massive beams and taking down alien scouts with skill and bravery. On the bridge of her flagship, Captain Roberts gave orders with calm authority. Flank the left wing, intercept their communications, and prepare for boarding if necessary. Her officers followed without hesitation, their focus absolute. Each maneuver was precise, each attack calculated, and the humans gained ground quickly. Meanwhile, the alien commanders watched in disbelief. They had expected fear, chaos, and surrender, but humans fought with something stronger than technology, courage, and determination. One alien ship moved to attack a human battleship, but the humans anticipated the strike. A team of interceptors moved at light speed, disabling the alien ship's engines before it could fire. The explosion lit up the dark void, a symbol of humanity's growing power in the midst of battle. A small human reconnaissance team spotted a hidden alien base. It was camouflaged against the stars, a fortress of energy and steel. Lieutenant Harris led a daring raid, sneaking through enemy defenses, planting charges to weaken the alien fleet from within. The team moved quickly and silently, aware that discovery would mean certain death. The charges detonated, sending shockwaves through the alien formation, and the humans retreated with barely a scratch. Back on Earth, civilians watched the live transmissions with wide eyes. Families held each other, amazed at the bravery and skill of the people fighting above them. Children whispered stories of heroes, inspired by the courage displayed in the silent void. The world felt united, hope spreading like fire across the continents. As the battle continued, the alien flagship moved closer to Earth's core defenses. It was massive, glowing with energy, and it seemed unstoppable. But humanity had a secret, a hidden fleet waiting in reserve, ships invisible to alien sensors. They struck at the perfect moment, hitting the alien flagship from multiple directions. Explosions rippled through space. energy beams collided, and the massive ship shuddered. Under the assault, Captain Roberts felt a mix of relief and determination. The humans had proven their strength. But the war was far from over. The alien fleet was wounded, but some ships had escaped, carrying messages to unknown allies. Humanity had shown that they could fight, adapt, and survive. The counterattack had succeeded, but the galaxy was watching, and the real challenges were still to come as the human fleets regrouped. Ready to repair and prepare for the next strike, Captain Roberts looked out at the stars. Her mind was clear, her resolve stronger than ever. The calm was gone, the storm had begun, and humanity was no longer a silent prey in the galaxy. They had struck back, and now the enemy would think twice before underestimating the people of Earth. Deep beneath the surface of Earth, in a hidden research facility, scientists worked tirelessly. Machines hummed, lights flickered, and energy pulsed through cables and conduits. Dr. Marcus Halley, the lead scientist, watched over the preparations, his face tense but determined. They were assembling something powerful, something the aliens could never imagine. The dark matter pulse. The weapon was massive, a network of energy cores and amplifiers, designed to release unimaginable destruction. It could turn entire fleets to dust, but it came with risks. A single miscalculation could destroy everything, including Earth. Yet humanity had no choice. The aliens were advancing, and time was running out. Captain Alina Roberts visited the facility, walking among the scientists. "This weapon will change everything," she said. Dr. Harley nodded, wiping sweat from his brow. "It has to work, or we all fall," he replied. The weight of their task pressed down on everyone, but hope burned brightly in their hearts. Meanwhile, alien spies had infiltrated nearby colonies, searching for the secret weapon. Their sensors probed for energy signatures, their cloaked ships moving silently. Human intelligence teams worked to counter them, setting traps and creating false signals. It became a game of cat and mouse, with each side testing the other's limits. Every hour counted, and every mistake could be fatal. Lieutenant Harris led a daring mission to deliver key components to the weapons core, flying through asteroid fields and avoiding enemy patrols. His team moved with skill and precision. They faced ambushes, laser fire, and collapsing debris, but they pressed on. Each successful delivery brought the weapon closer to completion, and the humans closer to victory. As the dark matter pulse neared readiness, the scientists debated its use. Some feared the consequences, the moral weight of such power. Others argued that survival came first, that Earth could not wait. Captain Roberts listened carefully, understanding both sides. In the end, humanity had to make a choice: use the weapon, or risk total annihilation outside the facility. The alien fleet gathered at the edge of the solar system. They could sense Earth's preparations, their curiosity mixed with wariness. They sent scouts closer, probing defenses, trying to detect the weapon. Human fleets were ready, hiding among asteroids and using stealth technology. The tension in space was almost unbearable, every moment a test of nerves. Finally, the dark matter pulse was fully assembled, glowing with energy. Scientists monitored it closely, ensuring stability. Captain Roberts coordinated the fleets, preparing for the ultimate strike. All eyes were on the weapon, the hope of humanity resting on this single, dangerous creation. Outside, the alien fleet approached. Unaware that their destiny was about to change forever, the countdown began, a silent promise of destruction and survival. Energy surged through the cores, lights flickered, and alarms echoed across the facility. Humanity was ready. The dark matter pulse was ready, and the galaxy had no idea what was coming. The human fleets waited in silence, engines humming softly, weapons charged and ready. Captain Alina Roberts stood on the bridge of her flagship, eyes fixed on the enemy fleet. The aliens moved confidently, believing their strength unmatched, unaware of the weapon Earth had prepared. The dark matter pulse glowed in its hidden facility, a silent force of destruction waiting for release. Suddenly, orders came from the command center. "Fire the dark matter pulse," Captain Roberts commanded, her voice steady. A wave of energy surged across space, invisible at first, but growing in intensity. The aliens did not notice until it was too late, their sensors failing, their communications scrambled. Massive explosions ripped through the alien fleet, ships disintegrating into debris and light. Energy beams collided, alien shields failed, and and panic spread among the enemy ranks. Human pilots watched in awe and determination, striking with precision at the remaining ships. The tide of battle had turned completely, and humanity's power was undeniable. In the midst of chaos, small human teams boarded damaged alien ships. They moved quickly, disabling weapons, capturing intelligence, and rescuing surviving crew members. Each act of bravery inspired the rest of the fleet. The humans fought, not only with technology, but with courage and strategy, showing the aliens that they were not to be underestimated. On Earth, people watched the transmissions in disbelief. The cities erupted in cheers as news spread of the devastating counterattack. Families hugged each other tightly, and children whispered stories of heroes in space. The humans had struck harder than anyone could imagine. The galaxy was silent, stunned by the force of Earth's response. Captain Roberts received reports from the front lines. Alien flagship destroyed, remaining ships fleeing. Her lieutenant said. Elena nodded, a mixture of relief and determination on her face. "This is only the beginning," she said quietly. "We must stay vigilant. The battle is not over." Meanwhile, the few surviving alien ships tried to escape, their pilots confused, their strategy shattered. Humans pursued them, capturing some and forcing others to retreat further into the void. The dark matter pulse had not only destroyed the fleet, it had sent a message: Earth would defend itself at any cost. The galaxy had never seen such a display of power, and the silence that followed was deafening. Amid the victory, sacrifices were remembered. Many brave pilots and crew had given their lives, their courage ensuring that Earth survived. Captain Roberts stood on the bridge, looking at the stars. She knew the war was not over, but humanity had proven that it could rise to any challenge. The alien threat had been humbled, and the people of Earth had shown that they were a force to be reckoned with. As the fleets regrouped, repair ships moving through the wreckage of space, Captain Roberts addressed her crews, her voice full of pride and resolve. "The galaxy has seen what humanity is capable of, and we will continue to fight to protect our home," she said. The humans had unleashed their secret weapon, and the aliens would never forget the day Earth struck back. The counterattack was brutal, decisive, and unforgettable, and as the silence returned to space, the people of Earth looked to the stars, knowing that the storm had passed, but vigilance would always remain. The galaxy was quiet now. The remnants of the alien fleet scattered across space. Human fleets patrolled the key systems, ensuring no threat remained. Captain Elena Roberts stood on the bridge of her flagship, looking out at the stars. The war had been brutal, but humanity had survived, stronger and wiser than before. On Earth, people celebrated cautiously, knowing that victory came with a heavy price. Memorials were built for the brave souls who had given their lives. Families mourned, but the pride in humanity's courage burned brightly. Children looked up at the sky, dreaming of stars and heroes. The world had united like never before, realizing the strength they could achieve, and they fought together. The scientists continued their work, ensuring the dark matter pulse remained secure. They debated the ethics of such power, but all agreed it would serve as a warning that Earth would never bow, and humanity could defend itself against any threat. Captain Roberts met with Dr. Marcus Halley, discussing future strategies and technologies. They planned fleets, defenses, and research, preparing for the galaxy that was watching. But even in victory, the humans knew the universe held more dangers. Signals from distant systems suggested civilizations observing Earth silently. Some ships disappeared, others changed course, avoiding contact. It was clear that humanity's rise would not go unnoticed. The galaxy had taken note of Earth, and curiosity and caution spread among the stars. Back on the front lines, fleets repaired their damaged ships. Pilots shared stories of bravery, each tale inspiring the next generation. Lieutenant Harris walked among the crews, sharing quiet smiles and nods. The bond between humans had grown stronger, forged in fire and danger. Even the youngest cadets knew they were part of something greater, something historic. As the days passed, humans rebuilt colonies, strengthened defenses, and resumed exploration. No longer victims, they had become guardians of their solar system. The lessons of the war were clear: courage, intelligence, and unity were humanity's greatest weapons. Captain Roberts addressed her crews one final time before returning to Earth. "The galaxy has seen what we can do, and we must always be ready," she said. Her voice carried the weight of experience and hope, inspiring everyone who heard it. Far beyond the solar system, unknown eyes watched. Aliens who had survived fled silently, reporting back to their leaders. Their pride shattered, their fleets defeated. They realized Earth was no ordinary planet, and humans were no ordinary species. The silence of the galaxy was not just relief, it was respect, fear, and all at once. And on Earth, under the stars, humanity looked forward with determination.